this will be my last video about Lena Dunham. I discovered some more things after I made the last video, and I think they're pretty shocking. But I'm going to make sure I just quote what she said. But a lot of people that are writing the articles are not paying attention to the fact that a lot of this stuff also happened after she was 7 years old. Okay, so see, Lena was 7 and her sister Grace was 1. Like when the pebbles were found in her sister's vagina because she decided to explore it. I also want to point out some people made some really good, not facts, but I mean their opinions really hit mark on that. And that is like, how many 1-year-olds do you know would put pebbles in their vagina? And how did she get them in there when she had a diaper on? I've raised kids. I have a daughter, and at 1 year old, they put things in their mouth left and right, but put them in their vagina? No, I think the 7-year-old would put it in there and then call for the mom, and the mom would come and look and think that that's, the 7-year-old would think that's funny, but not a 1-year-old. And a lot of people point that, and if she did put them in there, how did she do that? Was she outside naked with no diaper? Why wasn't a parent watching? So I think that's a good, observation. Okay, so here is what's actually written in her book, word by word, okay? And tell me if this doesn't sound creepy. I shared a bed with my sister Grace until I was 17 years old. She was afraid to sleep alone and would begin asking me around 5 o'clock every day whether she could sleep with me. I put on a big show of saying no, taking pleasure in watching her beg and sulk. But eventually, I always relented. Her sticky, muscly little body thrashed beside me every night as I read Annie Sexton, watched reruns of SNL, sometimes even as I slipped my hand in my underwear to figure some stuff out. She masturbated next to her sister at 17 years old. And her sister, of course, was older. But still, creepy. I never thought about doing this. She thinks that this stuff is normal. And there's actually people out there that are defending this, but there's a lot more people that are not. You know what I mean? So anyway, that to me shows me that it didn't just happen then when she was 7. This stuff happened throughout the years. Now look at this. This is the part about the fork that I got wrong in the last video. Okay? Once when I was 5, she was 5 years old, I was at a art opening talking to a fabulous drunken British lady. It was considerably past my bedtime, and the whole scene was starting to bum me out. I stood next to my friend Zoe, who at only 4 was an embarrassingly juvenile companion. The British lady, trying to make a conversation, asked Zoe and me what our parents did if we were bad girls. When I'm bad, I get a timeout, Zoe said. Sounds normal, right? When I'm bad, I announce, my father sticks a fork in my vagina. This is hard to share without alarm bells sounding. No duh! Even when I read it. What 5-year-old would you... How many 5-year-olds do you know go around saying that Daddy sticks a fork in my vagina when I'm bad? This could cause problems. If you go around saying that, somebody could, call SRS or police and stuff. Why would you even do that? And who would think of that at 5 years old? But see, I think it's very important that if you read a lot of these things that are from the book, but also watch her show, Girls, you'll discover more and more about this girl. Okay? I have now started watching Girls. I'm on the 2nd episode. I just got done with it. And what I didn't know is that she is the main writer of this show. Okay? The show is her baby. She's the producer. She's the writer. So everything that comes out of these people's mouth in the show is actually Lena's words. Her thinking. Found it very interesting that the 2nd episode, she's naked a lot in the show, by the way. She had sex in the 1st episode, and it was so awkward, I felt like I was watching a porn. And then the 2nd one, right when you first start the episode, she's having sex with her, friends with benefits. He's not her boyfriend. And he's doing her really hard and asking her if she likes it. And I felt awkward going like, what? And you have to remember, she actually writes her sex scenes in there. So I have really noticed something here that, most people wouldn't do that very often, and definitely not so awkward. And like, come on, at the beginning of the episode, the only time I ever saw that before was in a movie called Kids, which there was a big controversy about that too. The very first scene as it starts, these kids that are not really kids, they're having sex. This guy's obsessed with making girls not virgin anymore, having their virginity. And after he's done with them, then he moves on to someone else. But he's having sex the moment the movie starts. I have never seen that in any other movie or a TV show. So here is this guy, and he's banging her in episode 2. And he's asking her if she likes it and all that. And then he goes, do you remember when I met you in the park when you were 11 years old or something like, 11 years old? And she goes like, I didn't meet you in the park. He was role playing. He was pretending like he was having sex with a minor. But she's the one who wrote the script. What does that tell you? When you read the book and you see all this perverted, weird shit going on, and then you watch her show, you go, wow, there is something really going on deep inside this woman's mind. She made her character. See, if you didn't know she was the writer of the show, and producer, then you would probably not think anything of it. You'd just say, well, whoever that guy is who wrote this show is perverted. But then when you find out that she's the actually one that wrote it, having her character pretend like he's doing her and she's 11 years old, what does that tell you about this woman? Very, very strange, I am telling you. And she also called herself a predator. She called her predator, which was a big no-no. I mean, also right here, look. As she grew, I took bribing her for a time and affection. $1 in quarters. If I could do her makeup like a motorcycle chick, that doesn't sound too bad. 3 pieces of candy if I could kiss her on the lips for 5 seconds. Whatever she wanted to watch on TV, if she would relax on me. Basically, anything a sexual predator might do to woo a small, stubborn girl I was trying. She called herself a predator, guys. And when you watch her show, you discover that there's some really weird stuff here, which would be a predator. Would you want to stay with a guy who's pretending like he's doing an 11-year-old while he's having sex with you? Most people would say no. But yet, she does not get rid of this boyfriend right away. If she does, I'm going to keep watching the show. And I'll let you know, because I'll do a review just on the show itself. But, man, I'm telling you. And her sister got on Twitter and defend her. Grace did. And she is bisexual. Or, either a lesbian or bisexual. I don't know which one. But she definitely is into women. The point is, a lot of people point out, is the reason why she's wanting to be with a woman because she was molested? Because of the things that her sister did to her? If it felt good, then it would continue, wouldn't it? That's usually what a molester does. They gain your trust. A rapist is different. They rape you, it hurts and all that. It's rape. But a molester tricks you, buys your silence, with candy or money, stuff like that. I know because my boys got molested years ago. And in 2 years, I'll be making a video about what happened. But, because I can't tell any of the details because I have a paper, through the courts, I can't. But the point is, he bought their silence. So, just let me know what you think. I'm sorry the video is so long, but it really is amazing. And people are turning against her left and right. I wonder if the show won't get canceled. Other people who have done things like this, like Honey Boo Boo and all that, lost their shows. She even canceled her book signing. 2 of them. And you know why? She's afraid to face the public because people don't see this as being normal. There's actually therapists that are actually defending her, saying that this is normal. But I'm telling you, it is not normal. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys have a good one. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and God bless.